Welcome to Vex and Toys. I'm Vex, and today we have Snout Spout from the Masterverse line. This was a Mattel Creations. It's a new Eternia Snout Spout. And going around here, we have the continuation of the front of it. We have a nice back here, classics cons. Wait, that's kind of new. Let's bring that down here a second. All right, it is new Eternia. Original designs inspired by classic concepts. Was that, this is the first time I don't know. Was that on there before? I don't remember. But yeah, here he is just hanging out with his axe by some snakes or something. And there's another snake. A lot of snake stuff going on here. Some sort of shield, looks like. Anyway, let's get this out of the package. All right, here we have Snout Spout all put together. I got to put the hoses on, the backpack on. Comes with his own little background card there, which is pretty cool. He also has, also has this water effect, which is really nice and clear. It could be, I mean, I wish it was like way bigger, but, and then we also have some fists, some bright pink fists, and he also comes with his axe. These two hose came with him, and the backpack. Oh, I forgot the hose. So yeah, it came with the backpack, the hoses, and the water effect, and the axe, and the two hands. As I do a quick rundown. Now he has a very, you know what? Let's get rid of the background. I feel it kind of blends in with his color. I think the blue will bring him out a little bit more, so you can see him. Yeah, he looks super nice. He definitely has a presence to him. He's a big guy. Awesome axe. Everything's nice metallic. You know, if you got two Snout Spouts, theoretically you could probably heat these up and then make his trunk twice as long if you wanted to. Not that, I mean, it's already pretty long, so I don't know if that's something anybody would want to do, but it looks, I think you could do it. This is something that made me giggle. I was like, they actually gave this a little bit of articulation here. So you can have pressure building or losing pressure. The other thing I was looking at here is this right here. I was like, oh, there must be another hose. Nothing I can tell goes in there. So I don't know. Maybe the water effect goes in there. I mean, I guess you could. maybe he bursts a valve. Too much pressure built. I guess that could be storage if you wanted it, but I don't know. I figure you just put it in the trunk. Then this has a nice little spot right here. I like that a lot. I like the new Eternia. It's kind of getting in his ear. You know what? Let's flip it around. I like that new Eternia seems to be doing weapon storage. At least they did on Man at Arms really nicely. Yeah, that works better. Heroic water blasting firefighter. And then on the back here, you get the contents, everything he came with. All right, here's the buck for Snout Spout with everything off. I really like this. I don't know why they don't use this just to make a He-Man. I believe this is the Skelegod buck. Has the bands on the arms and legs here. And yeah, I haven't seen these abs on any of the other Masterverse. I think this is from Skelegod. I don't own Skelegod. I never really cared for that figure. But I do like the flesh tone version of him. Let's go over the articulation here real quick. He's got, the ankle things, twist. He's got double jointed knees. You got a swivel in the thigh. I was surprised, he does have the drop down hips. I was kind of thought of, so it was a Skelegod buck. I figured they weren't going to bother with that. He's got good motion here, a little bit of side to side. The neck, I don't know. I guess it does have this. It sticks up a little bit there. You gotta push it down. I don't know. I'm still not a fan of the neck articulation. He's got can do a good T-pose. The arms go down pretty close. Sometimes, you got these bands here that kind of stop it from going. Well, what the hell? Kind of a southern hell on that accent there. No double elbows? Really? Was this always on Skelegod? Oh. Then you have twist and hinge. So, yep, that is for the articulation there. I'm pretty disappointed with the single jointed elbows. What kind of range do you even get with those? Do you get 90? Oh man, why isn't it? There we go. You don't really get a 90. I mean, he's a big guy. It's all right. I wonder if I couldn't swap out these arms. If he was the right flesh tone, swap out the arms with something that not, none of these banded things. Swap out the legs. I'm just imagining if they were to release this, like a He-Man flesh tone. I feel like they could. All right, I'll do some quick comparisons here. Here's Snout Spout next to New Eternia Beastman. This is my custom Beastman from my last video. If you're new to the channel, you can go check out that last video to see, oh, I guess you're seeing it now, but there's more customs in the last video than just Beastman. So, all right, let's see what else we got here. And here he is next to Too Bad, which I consider was the tallest, and I don't know, he's still kind of is pretty close to having that. I mean, if you're going by ear, I don't know, they're still pretty close. I'm not gonna measure like, by millimeter, but Too Bad is pretty close to being the same height as Snout Spout. Now, this is probably my biggest disappointment. I have light pretty much directly overhead, and I've turned down the lights, and I'm not seeing real good light piping. I have other figures or a Transformer, I think, that you just barely have light coming in from above, and the eyes light up great. This light piping, I don't know. I'm sure if you held a flashlight to it, it'd work really well. But I was hoping for, just a little bit more, luminescence. I don't know why it doesn't. It's got a pretty big, maybe because it's in the back, it's not picking up the light as well. But if you have an LED, like I do, you can make it work a lot better. Maybe a little bit too much right there. Bring it in about right there. And, that looks pretty cool. So here's pretty much my best effort to make the LEDs look cool, or the eyes look cool using LEDs is what I mean. Anyway, um, I mean, I can turn up the brightness, but if you turn up the brightness a little bit too much, it actually lights up the whole top section of the head, and that looks a little funny. Let me, I'm having trouble finding my switch here. Oh, there we go. So, yeah, see that whole top part gets lit up a little bit. I mean, he looks like he's like red hot angry. That's kind of cool. But just a little bit right there, I think. Looks pretty nice. Snout Spout is a pretty cool figure. I gotta hand it to Mattel. Could there be improvements? Yeah, obviously, wash, shading, more paint apps would be nice. I didn't really go into it too much, but the tusks and the ears and obviously the snout are all what am I trying to say? Articulated. That's the word. You have a bit of a swivel on the tusks, and the ears can go forward, and that's pretty much about it. All right, well, that does it for Snout Spout. Um, yeah, I don't really have like a review system like, oh, he's an 8 or 7. I really don't know where I would list him at. Um, I will say there are the light piping, besides putting some LEDs in there, and the single elbows are a little disappointing to me. But that's about it. Other than that, also, I'm like, I want to put something in there. Something should go in that hole. That bugs me. I don't have enough of those tubes to put in there. But no, he's a great figure. The head itself is a really cool piece, and I'm looking forward to what is it, March 20th? Um, Shoot, hold on, let me check my calendar. So yeah, March 21st and 22nd, Mattel Creations is going to be doing a 2-day event, showing us a bunch of new figures coming out, I believe. I'm hoping it's going to be He-Man, Masterverse related. I imagine there's going to be Origins in there too, but I'm not really an Origins collector. Um, I really I think the cartoon line is pretty cool, but that's about it. I don't really feel like they fit into anything. Like, you can't, like, 1/12 scale, I don't know. I'm rambling on, but anyway, March 21st, 22nd. I'm gonna be pretty excited about that. So, anyway, guys, thanks for checking out my video and making it to the end. If you made it to the end, like and subscribe, or just like if you've already subscribed. All right, catch you guys later.